Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our community development meeting. It's July 13th, 2023. The time is 10:06 a.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks, Matari, and Duncan. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, there are no opening remarks. Are there any conflicts of interest for this case? All right. And then our first deliberations item is MSF 21-0007, Bighorn Industrial Park, Second Edition, Phase 3, Vlad.
Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, Vlad Finkel with Kootenai County Community Development. I'll be very brief. The purpose of today's deliberations is for staff to show evidence of compliance by the applicant with the original conditions of approval that were set forth in the preliminary order of decision. This request is a final phase of a three-phase subdivision that was approved in October of 2015. The original plat, or the subject property, is located just west of Pleasant View Road, near state line. The original plat consisted of 38 lots. The first phase was approved on the north end of the property, and then the second phase was approved in the middle of the property, and then the last phase is on the southern end and on the west end of the property. The applicant at the time proposed a new public water system. Access would be via Pleasant View Road and the newly proposed interior roads. All of the roads have been constructed. This is phase 1, which consisted of 12 lots, and then the remainder 13th lot, and then a portion of which became phase 2. Each lot would be afforded one domestic irrigation and fire suppression connection from the water system, as well as individual septics. This is phase 2, which consisted of additional 13 lots, 12 more lots, plus the remaining lot that was to benefit the last phase. And this is the last phase that consists of 10 lots. In total, the applicant is actually proposing only 34 lots instead of 38 that were originally approved because of the encumbrances on the north end of the property with utility easements, as well as I believe there were some wetlands on that portion of the property. Nonetheless, the applicant decided to forego or not pursue these lots in the north end, and therefore the final phase would bring the total up to 34, which is 4 less light industrial lots in the overall development. I would like to add that the subject property is located over the Rathdrum Prairie Aquifer. Panhandle Health District has strict regulations with regard to wastewater discharge, so they will be only afforded domestic wastewater discharge. What I mean by that is it's not industrial wastewater discharge. If in the event that there is going to be an industrial wastewater discharge, the applicant would have to work directly with the health department and DEQ to provide any sort of accommodations, but that could not be something, I believe, without sewage connection that could be accomplished. So the restrictions are there. You know, they could have an industrial use, but the wastewater could only be attributed to domestic, like restroom facilities, and that's about it. The applicant did submit this application in 2021, late 2021. Unfortunately, staff discovered that the water system that was approved for this site was in need of an additional well. DEQ did not approve the connection of these last 10 remaining lots until an additional well was drilled on site and approved by DEQ. And that took the applicant, the design of the new well, drilling, construction, and meeting all the DEQ standards in terms of bacteria testing, water pressure, and so forth. Took them almost a year and a half to get that accomplished. And when we finally got the letter from DEQ, that's when we placed the project back on your review. So the application was submitted in time, but it was placed on hold for a significant amount of time, and that's why we're here so late in the game, almost close to 2 years after the initial submittal of final plat application to get it all buttoned up and having all the agencies with jurisdiction give their blessing. I stand for any questions that you have for me.
Okay, questions for Vlad?
No questions.
All right, thoughts?
This sounds like we're just continuing with the process of something that's well established, light industrial. So it's, I take it's for business, so.
Okay,
It's pretty straightforward.
all right, motion?
I move that we approve MSF 21-0007 Bighorn Industrial Park, second edition, phase 3.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, so MSF 21-0007 has been approved. There are no business items and no public comment. So 10:12, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.